Let us learn to create a project that is related to natural language processing. So I have created a project folder, project 2, and I will open it from notebook. So type note and on the search bar, then you will find this notebook. Open it, then you will open a terminal on the web browser where I can navigate to my desktop where I have created that folder. If you want the same folder that I have used, then you can go into the resource section and you will find this project 2. So I have misspelled, so let us make it project 2. So this is my project 2, which will be based on NLP. So I will open the project 2. Now initially I have created a file, getting started file for this project. If I open this file, then it doesn't contain anything except a title and the problem definition. So this here is our problem definition. So basically this is our goal for this project. So our goal is to look at the transcripts of various comedians and note their similarities and differences. So the transcript here will be given to you. It will be on the resource section and you need to just open this file. Inside this folder you will have the transcript of different comedians, and based on their transcripts, their dialogues, you need to find the similarities and differences between those comedians. So let me show you what those transcript means. So if I open my project folder, you will get this on the resource section. You can access the same folder. Now here I have this transcript folder and getting started for the data project, which I have opened right here. So this is the same file, and along with this file I have the transcript folder. Now if I open it, then you can see the text file of almost, that is 12 files. So that means we have the 12 comedians, and each of these file contains the transcript or the text or the dialogue of their show. So for example, if I open any of these files, let's say I open the Ricky file. So this is the text file. If I open it, then you will see that this is kind of encoded information right here, and this is written in the bytes format, so it won't be quite understandable to you. But if I open the Alice one, let's say, then you can see some of the text are readable and some are encoded right here. So these texts are encoded in the binary format or a byte format. So that is the reason some of the text we cannot read it properly. But this is the sample file for your transcript. You can see the transcript from Ali Young. So this is one of his shows and his transcript. And if you want the complete version of this transcript, you can access this link. So from this website I have scraped the link of it. So you can see the intros and the story about something and so on. So this is the transcript that was performed, and the title was "Oh My God" from Louis C.K. and the transcript that is belonging to different comedians will be given to you inside transcript folder. You can see Louis text. So this is the same text that we just saw. Now at the first video, what we are going to do is we are going to import this data onto our project. So see here, all of these are text file and they are written in a byte format, so we need to read it into our project, and after that we are going to clean them. So first of all, we are going to open this transcript folder through our project, and we are going to load all the transcript, all of these files onto our project. So let us do that right here. So this is the file that I'm going to start with, and this is our goal. So our goal is to use the concept of natural language processing in order to find the similarities and differences between these comedians. So basically we are going to load their data, the text file, the transcript or the dialogue of each of these comedians, and we are going to perform natural language processing. So here I am going to specify a data. Initially I will make this data as a dictionary. As the course progress, we are going to clean it, but initially our data will be stored inside this dictionary. And what I want inside this dictionary is, we have the key and value pair, and in this key and value pair, key will be comedian name and value will be their transcript of their show. So it will contain the transcript of their show. So this will be my format inside this dictionary that we will create. So for that, if you want to load something from the folder, you need to open this folder. So if I open this folder, you can see these are the text file that I need to load. So for that I need to enumerate, let's say for I and C, in enumerate in comedians. So here I haven't created this comedians attribute, so let us create right here. So this contains a list where we will have all the comedians. So let's say first is Louis and second comedian is Dave. The third one, we will have all the names. See here inside the transcript we will have all these names. I can just write all the names of them right here. So third, Ricky. So these are all the comedians we have. So here are 4 comedians, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So total we have 12 comedians, and I will store into the list. And here I'm going to iterate on each of these content of the list. So first of all, I'll get Louis. So I here is an index and C is the comedian name, and I'm going to iterate on each of these comedians. And after I iterate on each of these comedians, what I want to do is I want to load the transcript for each of them. So for that I need to open the file, because if you go inside here, then you can see for each of the comedians we have a separate text file. So that is the reason for each of these name of the comedian I'm going to open their respective files, and the file is inside the transcript folder. It is in fact transcript. Let us check. It is transcripts. So this is the folder name, transcripts. So I went inside the transcript folder and I'm going to add the comedian name with it, which is C. So C is a comedian. So C will be Louis, and after that it will be Dave and Ricky and so on. So I'm going to open that file, which will have the extension txt, and I'm going to open that file in a read binary mode or byte mode as file. So I'm opening that file, and after I open it, I'm going to have a dictionary here. Right here I have created a dictionary, and inside that dictionary I will create a new key with the name of a comedian, and I will store the data to it. Now in order to store the data to it, I'm going to use the pickle, and in order to use the pickle I need to import it first. So import pickle, because while just dumping this text file we use the pickle module, so while loading we will use the pickle module to load all of these text file for each of the comedians. Now it looks fine. So basically these are all the code that needs to be used in order to load. So first of all, we have all the comedian names. We iterate among all of these comedian names one by one, and we open the respective file for them. Here the C means the comedian name, and I is the index of this comedian. Like comedian is a list first of all. So Louis will be at index 0, Dave will be at index 1, and so on. So we iterate in this comedian list, and we open their respective text file in the read mode, and we store it in this dictionary. So our final will be at this dictionary. Now if I run this, now it is successfully executed. Now if I go to this data and get the keys of it, then you can see the keys has been created with the name of a comedian. So Louis, Dave. So data has been successfully created now. Now let us say that I want to check the transcript that we have just loaded of Ricky Gervais. So I want to check the transcript of him. So for that, what I can do is I can just get the values also, but I will just access it from here, and I'll just give the name Ricky. So doing this, you are going to get the entire script of Ricky Gervais, but I don't want that. I just want the first two sentences maybe. So I'll just run it. Then you can see this is his transcript, the first two columns, or maybe the first two transcript of him, and this is what it looks like, and it is for the Ricky, and maybe I can also access of Louis. Then this is the first two paragraph, or maybe the first two transcript of the Louis. Similarly, we can access all of them because we have successfully loaded onto our project. Into this data we contain the comedian name, and along with the comedian name it contains the transcript of them. Now that we have successfully loaded, you can see that it contains some of this jargon, like this information of this /n, maybe some punctuation, maybe some extra spaces, and so on. So from next video onward, we are going to perform one of the important steps of natural language processing, which is cleaning the data. Because we have imported the raw data, and whenever we import any raw data for our project, it should be cleaned before we apply any natural language processing model. So for that purpose, in the next video we will be applying a process to call and clean our data, so that our data will be cleaned and we can use that clean data for further analysis.